Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, Divine Covenant of the Holy Grail of the New Avalon. We continue to be inundated with massive waves of gamma plasma particles of adamantine light as our local Solaris continues to solar flash new codes of freedom, releasing 10 C-class solar flares and 2 M-class flares today, with the most powerful maxing at M 4.87 at 1624 UTC. Mother Earth continues to resonate at a higher frequency, appearing on the Schumann charts at 20 Hz sustained, holding the codes of our fifth-dimensional paradise on Earth. Pachamama also received a massive activation in one of our most sacred portals, in the Himalayan mountains, with the magnitude 7.1 earthquake, with the epicenter in Nepal, and spanning into Tibet and India, with multiple powerful aftershocks expanding out from her magnetic center, beginning at 150 UTC. All our starseed Earth angelics of the 144 are feeling deeply into these intense activations and transformations as our hearts and minds remain open to our infinite potential, and we integrate the consistent upgrades and downloads directly into our DNA as we transform into the 5D avatars of the New Eden. We are completing our preparation phases of our ascension process as we reach the precipice of our quantum leap of consciousness into rainbow light bodies of our new heaven upon the new earth. A'ho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul, White Gold Eagle, Keen 47, Blue Galactic Hand of our Universal Alliance of Light with PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to listen to the very end, where we release a very powerful divine decree for alignment with higher self. And please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below. And now we continue with Divine Angel of the Light, Milarepa. Behold, and search your unborn mind. Seek not for satisfaction in samsara. I attain all my knowledge through observing the mind within. Thus all my thoughts become the teachings of Dharma, and apparent phenomena are all the books one needs. Seeing the innate faces of the self-mind is supreme. How can common meditation match it? He who realizes the nature of his own mind knows that the mind itself is wisdom awareness, and no longer makes the mistake of searching for Buddha from other sources. In fact, Buddha cannot be found by searching. So contemplate your own mind. This is the highest teaching one can practice. The very mind is the Tathagata Garbha, Buddha nature, the womb of the Buddhas. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Valerie A. Elster, expanded inner earth presence coming soon to a crystalline city near you, Telos Agartha. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Te Rokura Turuki, the Waitaha grandmothers of Rango Marai Eraa, gather for the first time. The Kermetics rumble, and Mu begins its ascent, as we witness the raising Mu. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Mary Costello, the vortex of the crystal heart receives, the eternal song of the crystalline grandmothers. The spiral of creation comes this way, complete burn-off of spell lines, demonic shadow song, as the crystal lines of Mother hold us now. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Sangita Handa, January 6th, Neptune conjunct Uranus, Pluto midpoint, This aspect will bring a harmonious spiritual energy to the surface of the planet. 2025 to 2028, a bright future. Neptune at the apex makes the minor grand trine magical, spiritual, hopeful, and idealistic. This cosmic triangle is a positive influence, but will not stop challenges from happening. Sacrifice and suffering will continue, but hopefully they will not be in vain. In summary, the 2025 to 2028 Magic Triangle will make life easier over the next few years and beyond. From SangeetaHonda.net. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Sophie Gregoire. Yes, always trust the plan. Life doesn't lead you astray. Everything has meaning, or is a teaching, or the step you need to get to the step that you want. Rejection is redirection, and divine timing is everything. Learn to not fight in front of closed doors, but to understand that the door will always open exactly in the right time, if it's meant for you. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Shay from Numbers by Shay Numerology, 1/6/25. You will experience many moments of enlightenment this year, some through your heart and others in the gaps between your thoughts. All of them the results of your expanding consciousness and empowerment. You are making room for what has always been available to you when you're ready and able to receive. But it's not easy to trust ourselves with such power, which is why we all require spiritual growth. Today touches both heart and mind. What comes to you depends on the level of inner balance you achieved last year and how much you can hold. This is why the more we can love ourselves and become transparent, the more light that can shine into the world. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Devyani Singh, Isis Channelings. The sun has got its Kali on. 2025 is the year of 9, meaning huge shifts, endings, transformation, and new beginnings. The nodes of fate will change from the relational axis of Aries Libra to the spiritual axis of Pisces Virgo on 11/12 of January. And what exactly is setting the stage for this transition? The sun, our ego self, will conjunct asteroid Kali, the dark goddess. Goddess Kali is Kundalini energy, Shakti, life force energy, sexual energy, and she can be loud. So the energy this week leading to the shift of the nodes along the spiritual priestess axis of service and devotion is pretty much ruled by Goddess Kali energy. What this means is you will no longer overlook or sidestep stuff that simply does not sit right or feels off. You will be motivated to keep your Kali on and face it, challenge it, take it to task, and demand what you know to be your right of way. From the smallest mundane things you had earlier brushed under the carpet to foundational aspects of family, relationships, and work, career. Move aside Mars retrograde in Cancer. The sun is about to get its Kali on. Additionally, for those on the spiritual path, Kali conjunct the sun is the gateway to access past lifetimes of occult wisdom and spiritual legacy, and or face karmic redemption for karma incurred via the misuse of Kundalini, occult energy, especially via sexual energy. Ultimately, the destination of Kali, Kundalini energy, is Shiva consciousness. She blows to smithereens all that stands in our path of union with the divine consciousness. Shiva Shakti is the ultimate union, balance of the divine feminine and divine masculine. Venus is presently at the third eye of divine perception and clear knowing in her shamanic journey as Inanna, and is in Pisces, where she is exalted. It does not get more priestessy than this. But wait, it gets spicy too. This combined with Kali conjunct the sun could bring into focus past life lovers, soulmate energy. Thus a trade-off between Venus's soft lover energy versus Kali demanding accountability. It's a heady cocktail of sensuality and sexuality combined with past life familiarity and karmic redemption and completion. Thankfully, Venus at third eye is highly discerning. Keep that third eye open for Goddess' sake. May your faith be bigger than your fears. May your dreams be bigger than your doubts. Sake na from IsisChannelings.wordpress.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Kirsty Elizabeth, 1111. We are traversing the 11-day angelic portal, which runs from 1-1 portal to the 1-11 portal. This involves some cleansing and breaking up of negative and stagnant energy states. We are feeling strong reactions to highly focused angelic frequency, working with us on our personal pathways. We are also working through vulnerabilities within ourselves. Spiritual practices teach about cleansing. Physical rituals are used as symbols for creating a spiritual cleanse to the internal and external. Cleansing can be delivered from the divine in gentle and natural ways, such as through nature and weather. Be open to the fact that cleansing can be delivered from the divine in extreme ways, such as through natural disasters. Our own level of pain is an individual experience and is a natural method of connecting your subconscious mind to your physical body. If pain is activated for ascension purposes, then the body may be in need of vigorous cleansing, and you may need to take actions to work with this as a form of healing. The healing of physical pain will bring about the healing of emotional pain and vice versa. Through transforming your own inner struggles, will do your part in lifting the spiritual vibration of our physical reality. Some spiritual seekers are here with a mission to work through their own pain bodies as a part of a mass cleanse, which will allow negative energy to be transmuted into a new creative force. If this is you, do not be alarmed, as so many are experiencing some form of this issue that is heavily guided and protected by sources of the divine. Being a physical embodiment of the cleansing of pain, trauma, and deep embedded negative energies is a highly regarded and much respected form of devotion and spiritual service. It may take all of your strength to see how you are living a most positive and vital purpose, but in seeing this truth, your inner world will transform. This is the most blessed path of enlightenment. From Divine Sister of the Light, Erini, Crystal and Indigo Guide to the Galaxy, Athena, Theophania, Blessings, Energy Update. The processes of the quantum jump to the new life consciousness field has already begun since the December solstice. Early this morning, the day of celebration of Theophania, God's manifestation, Epiphany, a big physical part of it was completed, and the sensation was absolutely magnificent. I don't think I have ever experienced such a happy, magical, and reassuring process through my whole system as I was witnessing and feeling the physical change of my field, body, trinity, in the most natural, smooth, and sweet way. As I wrote in previous posts, our living gifts are here. Nothing will be as expected because there is a new X factor of living reconnection that is here, and we are all in for beautiful and happy surprises connected to our true genealogy of true life. 144 flowing in. For those who have done the inner work and are in alignment with the flows, you will have a very blissful time and experience as you are surfing the ascension spiral and performing the quantum jump. Remember the twin flames code of stability and steadiness and the pendulum that have been received long ago and have been preparing your systems for a successful quantum jump. All is well. Enjoy the fruits of your truthful efforts and intentions. For those who have been bypassing the inner work and therapy, still heavily engaging distortions from the old program, you will be taken through intensive, strong, and necessary processes and experiences in order for you to be able to slow down and see, feel, accept, and address what was bypassed within you because of the fears and convictions of the false personality. What was bypassed and resisted were simply parts of you that you absolutely need in order to perform the quantum jump to your new life. Please attend with transparency and presence to whatever is showing up for you with personal care, therapy, and inner work. This upcoming period will be very transformational for you. Please try to focus on you and dedicate time and energy to restore your inner trinity. Once you do, new understandings and solutions will be reached so that the next phase can open up for you and come to be in a ready position for your quantum jump. As I mentioned before, this January is a month of the greatest gifts. Mars retrograde is taking the masculine within all to an inner place where he will be able to recognize his relationship to the Dark Mother and how deeply he has been used, which is something that the collective masculine has not yet realized, and to disengage from her and her creations in order to be able to come back into alignment to the Divine Mother, natural creation. Saturn's ride through Pisces is clearing the human system from all illusions and immature self-deceptions and addictions, while correcting all misalignments in one's path and actions, moving the flows back into alignment to natural law. Mercury at the galactic portal is establishing the way for all the starseed children to reconnect to the true families. Neptune is showing the way back to love via reconnection to the spiritual life. The North Node at the clock will be correcting everyone's direction. Venus is also approaching the clock, and she will be offering new upgrades in her guidance for the future calendar. There is so much going on. The upcoming weeks will consist of a series of continuous and powerful alignments that the human system will have to physically undergo in order to be able to proceed into the fifth dimension. The current keys to this 5D alignment and upgrade are the personal hells, the inner unification, and the matter and antimatter self. We will work on all of the above in both January sessions in order to come in the position of readiness for the quantum jump to the new life field. The clock is ticking and is bringing the most amazing correction. I am so happy and thankful for all of our 5D teams, families, and twin flames who have been guiding us in such a loving, strict, and wise way. I respect, love, and honor them with all my heart and being. The path was narrow, but it now turns into the most wide and open highway of life. We are to proceed with freedom and living abundance. Blessings of living magic, Erini, Amalthea Thor, Har Zaronia, Hunama Anata Kumara, Yellow Galactic Warrior. And today from Divine Star of the Light, Patience, Hope, Casco, Epiphany and DNA activation, the story of the three kings, the three Magi. Blessed Epiphany. Who are the Magi? They represent the initiates of the three preceding races or epochs of culture. The initiates of mankind up to the time of the coming of Christ, the bringer of the love that is free of egoism, the resurrected Osiris. Thus the three kings or Magi are representatives of the Lemurians, the Atlanteans, and the Aryans. They bring the three offerings. The European Melchior brings gold, the symbol of wisdom, of intelligence, which comes to expression paramountly in the fifth root race. The offering of the initiate representing the fourth root race, Balthasar, is frankincense, connected with what was intrinsically characteristic of the Atlanteans. In the language of esotericism, myrrh is the symbol of dying, of death. What is the meaning of dying and of resurrection as exemplified in the resurrected Osiris? I refer you here to words of Goethe. So long as thou hast it not, this dying and becoming, thou art but a dull guest on the dark earth. Jacob Boehme, expresses the same thought in the words, "He who dies not ere he dies, perishes when he dies." Myrrh is the symbol of the dying of the lower life and the resurrection of the higher life. It is offered by the initiate, representing the third root race, Lemurian. But what are the three holy kings guided, and whither are they led? They are guided by the star to a grotto, a cave in Bethlehem. This is something that can be understood only by one who has knowledge of the so-called lower or astral mysteries. To be led by a star means nothing else than to see the soul itself as a star. But when is the soul seen as a star? When a man can behold the soul as a radiant aura. But what kind of aura is so radiant that it can be a guide? There is the aura that glimmers with only a feeble light. Such an aura cannot guide. There is a higher aura, that of the intelligence, which has, it is true, a flowing, upsurging light, but is not yet able to guide. But the bright aura, aglow with Buddha, is in very truth a star, as a radiant guide. In Christ, the star of Buddha lights up, the star which accompanies the evolution of mankind. The light that shines before the Magi is the soul of Christ himself. The second Logos himself shines before the Magi and over the cave in Bethlehem. The grotto or cave is the body wherein dwells the soul. The seer beholds the body from within. In astral vision, everything is reversed. For example, 365 instead of 563. The human body is seen as a cave, a hollow. In the body of Yeshua shines the Christ star, the soul of Christ. This must be conceived as a reality, taking place in the astral world. It is an enactment of the lesser mysteries. There, in very truth, the Christ soul shines as an auric star, and it is by this star that the initiates of the three root races are led to Yeshua in Bethlehem. The festival of the Three Kings is celebrated every year on the 6th of July, and its significance will steadily increase. Men will understand more and more what a Magi is, and what the great Magi, the masters, are. And then understanding of Christianity will lead to understanding of spiritual science. Rudolf Steiner. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel. We have stepped into the last few days through the portals of no return as the new earth life has begun in earnest. Note everything has changed into the higher dimensional state, and this is a totally new life beginning on levels not known or yet known. For the known and the unknown are one and the same. It will feel more and more as if we are transcending through worlds of the formless, taking on new forms and expressions thereof. The birth and the birthing, the seen and the unseen, the conscious and yet not conscious. Allow yourself the inward space to assimilate and to allow the unfolding of this newborn you to emerge in the higher dimensional state, the expanded, multidimensional you. Simply allow. It will only be confusing if you want to force yourself to go back to the old you, when in truth you cannot do so anymore. It will seem more and more as if we are observing the old earth from afar, even as we are now being asked to concentrate on the full anchoring in of the new golden age. We are now in a state of total new beginnings, like a snake shedding its old skin, old self completely, and has been resurrected into a totally new life. Embrace the new you. Yes, you will need to feel into the new you, and it can feel fragile at times, like a newborn baby. Then simply ask Archangel Michael for strength, courage, and fortitude, and above all, ask Universal Angel Mary and the Divine Feminine to open your higher heart to be living love as your consciousness levels expand even more. From JudithKusel.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Karen Lithica, Gaia Uprising. For the crystalline grid of life is a multidimensional presence now immersed in our light world. a quantum presence brought forth as we align to the greater crystalline presence of Gaia. We ask you to feel into this presence, for it is a cellular, biochemical resonance uprising in all beings, as the new earth world aligns with the ancient codes of your world. This is part of the great fusion taking place as the transgression of now uprises to the quantum presence of light birthed in 2012 and 2024, reaching the year now of 2025. We are returning to ancient ways, new earth ways, awakening in light, for the light flow is unconditional and in alignment with the new earth progression of your world. The human crystalline template is returning to a greater unconditional connection to Gaia. I was shown the true magnetic presence of this empowerment when we are completely attuned within the crystalline light world. A splendor of light is before us. Together we ride the great waves of ascension. The grand awakening of crystalline integration is before us. This is the natural light way, an alignment with the natural ways of now, sending waves of cosmic new earth attunements together in light, Cosmic Light Alliance, from KarenLithica.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light Carolyn 144 God Code. Mother Earth is supporting your healing to assist in attracting the financial abundance and resources. This can come through sacred ancient knowledge that is being discovered. It will provide the breakthroughs of how to be a conscious creator in the material world. Planetary shifts are happening, opening the opportunity to turn life around into your favor. Prioritize yourself and go and get your own joy. God bless you, love Carolyn, from 144godcode.com. From Divine Sister of the Light, Adrian Elise, January 6th through 13th, 2025, Ancient Mystical Wisdom, Supernova Astrology Update. We have just experienced an intense couple of weeks of astrology, with all of our personal planets in tension transits with big players. The shifts and changes are beginning to hit home in our life, and we are feeling it up close and personal. It all centers around the epic generational square between Jupiter and Saturn, which happened on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Mercury, coming out of retrograde shadow, triggered the square at the end of the year. Jupiter in square to Saturn is about turning the wheel of time and taking back our ideal Christ consciousness timeline. In order to do that, we have to heal the issues of the Piscean age. And wow, have they been blooming. Jupiter is retrograde in Gemini, telling us that something from the past has not been expressed. Jupiter will turn direct on February 2nd, which should bring forward a wild expression of all that has been suppressed. It's time for the truth to be spoken, so that humanity can free itself from the lies. Mercury has come out of retrograde shadow as of January 4th. We are at the top of the mountain, and what do we see? Mercury will come into square with Neptune and Pisces, as we face the delusions of the past. There is still a thick fog of confusion, but you might get a glimpse of a smooth and coherent path, which can come to light in front of you. We are claiming back the vision of the greater quest. A new future is beginning to unfold, and where the path has been dark is now being revealed into the light. Venus has just moved over into the sign of Pisces. We are healing the traumas and reawakening the mother's dream. Now it's her turn to trigger the generational square. Venus will come into square with Jupiter on January 14th and 15th, and conjunct Saturn on January 18th. We are back on the quest, but the journey is inward with Mars in retrograde. Mars just had his second of two oppositions with Pluto. We are fighting for a new way forward, but first we have to go back to Mom. Mars retrograde from Leo to Cancer is the wounded warrior, coming back home to the Great Mother. We are releasing failure and shame energies around how far we got away from her. We will feel a shift of energy when Mars transits back into the sign of Cancer on January 7th. Venus at the beginning of Pisces and Mars at the end of Cancer brings a message about the new timeline. It's the law of the land, the mother's world being reborn. It's a sweet energy when Venus in Pisces comes into trine with Mars in Cancer on January 26th. The masculine and feminine are harmonizing into their new roles of empowerment. It's the last bit of the North Node in Aries. Now we take a stand. The nodes will shift signs on January 12th. The North Node will intercept the Aries point of astrological spring before moving into the sign of Pisces. This 0 degrees Aries point brings a message of rebirth. Over the next few months, Saturn, Neptune, and Mercury and Venus, 3 times each, will cross over this marker of new beginnings. This confirms a new start for the Christ consciousness timeline. Let's go. Thank you for being here, Earth Steward. We could not do it without you. Don't forget that you are not alone going through this. No one can take from you who you really are. It's coming back to you, and nothing can stop it. Be strong and brave in this final battle. This week the Sun in Capricorn comes into square with Chiron on January 10th, and Black Moon Lilith on January 11th, making a cardinal T-square. The Sun in Capricorn at the top of the square is saying that we clean up our world and take back our power by coming back into our own autonomous sovereignty. Detox is happening all on its own, and support for spiritual work is returning. This T-square with the Sun and Black Moon Lilith and Chiron will take us up to the Cancer full moon, which is happening on Moon Day, January 13th at 24 degrees Cancer. Exactly. The Cancer full moon will be in sextile to Uranus and Taurus, the Sun in trine to Uranus. This brings a magical element. The moon will go on to trine up with Neptune and Pisces, the Sun in trine with Neptune. This is an activation of the forgotten codes. We are finding our permission to access the ancient mystical wisdom within. Could it be a reclaiming of the miracles of the Piscean age? Supernovas, time to put on your robe of light. From AdrianAlise.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light Colleen Lema. On Monday, January 6th, we have fiery Mars, the warrior, retrograding back into water sign Cancer. Mars rules energy, action, and forward movement, but has been retrograde since December 6th. He started his backwards travels in fire sign Leo, where he feels more at home. Now we are combining the passionate fires of Mars with the emotional waters of Cancer. We are refocusing on matters that have to do with home, family, caretaking, and emotional healing. His forward movement towards projects and goals may feel a bit slowed down while we tend to other things. He doesn't turn back to direct motion until February 23rd, but will remain in Cancer until April 18th. Situations and circumstances that center around emotional security, healing, and nurturing those we care about takes precedence during this time. We also have Mercury the Messenger in expansive fire sign Sagittarius, challenging Neptune, the Transcender, in dreamy water sign Pisces today. Our thoughts, perceptions, and communications may be unclear, anxious, or based on illusion. We may feel confused, or our perspectives are lacking clarity. However, this can be a great energy for imagination, meditation, and visualization. See within your inner mind what you desire to create and bring into form at a later time. Write down inspiring ideas that pop into your consciousness, and trust and have faith that all will come in divine timing. Blessings of love and light to all. From SacredSoulEmpowerment.com. 144 continuing to quantum solar flash in. And today from Divine Sister of the Light Leah Whitehorse. First quarter moon in Aries. Mars retrograde re-enters Cancer. Mercury in Sagittarius square Neptune in Pisces. The picture is muddled. Here is a push to get past doubt, past limits, past the old rules and conditions that tell us you can't when we know we can. But then we have to go backwards to go forwards, plunged back into the past. Emotional stirrings from long ago. Here's what we wanted, what we fought for, what we hungered for, overlaid with present-day desires and future hopes. The mind gropes for a lifeline, a tender thread of information to lead us to a way out or around, but somehow we come back to the same point, a circular tide insistent on reflection. How to deal with this, what to do, actively call upon your strengths, have a positive can-do attitude, even if there's nothing to be done right now. Know when to retreat and regroup. Ask your gut for direction. See things as they are, not how you wish they were. Visualize success. Don't let concerns about your age or station in life dictate what you should do next. Set fresh goals and release what no longer works. Expand your awareness. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 183, Blue Magnetic Night. Magnetic is the name for the number 1, and its keywords are unify, purpose, and attract. The first day of a wave spell sets the tone, or the agenda, for the 13-day period. You will get more out of the journey if on day 1 you set your purpose. This wave spell agenda focuses on dreams coming true and the abundance of our imaginations. What can you dream up during this 13-day journey? Today is Blue Night, which represents dreams, abundance, and intuition. Our lives are so busy that it's easy for our dreams to slip away from us or go cold on the back burner. Are you just working to exist? Is there more to life than surviving? I'm as cynical as the next person concerning the state of the world, but still, the passion I have for my dreams is undeterred by it all. Positive thinking and tapping into our imaginations make the whole thing worthwhile. Otherwise, what are we here for? Take time out of this wave spell to consider your dreams and aspirations and give them the respect and attention they deserve. Abundance is another key characteristic of this day, and this symbolizes that we attract more into our lives when we appreciate the abundance that we already have. Practice saying abundance out loud. I adopted many years ago the practice of eating my dinner on a pretty plate. This is to remind me to be grateful for all the abundance in my life. I then proceed to shout abundance out loud before eating my food. The guide today is also Blue Night, which day in the wave spell we are in dictates the guide. The first day, 6th, and 11th day are always guided by themselves. And today from Divine Sister of the Light Christina Papa Giorgio, Blue Magnetic Night, 1 Akbal, Keen 183, Attracting Abundance. Keen 183 equal 12 equal 3, Holy Trinity, joy, creativity, union. Dreams really do come true. Today we commence a brand new cycle focusing on dreams, intuition, and abundance. 9 moons ago, last galactic spin, Keen 183, started with a bang, aligning with the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. And so we have the meeting of 2 giants, the benefic Grand Duke Jupiter, which expands all that it touches and blesses us with his gifts, and Uranus, the electrical code that brings sudden and unexpected surprises. We also had that day a 21 crown of the Magi code, bringing us gold, frankincense, and myrrh. This alignment bodes well for those beautiful rainbow warriors who have earned their long-awaited rewards. This is the bounty we can access today through Keen 183 and the magic of the Tzolk'in, especially with a 7 magical day code today. Today we walk through the golden gates together, unlocking infinite abundance on this wonderful manifestation day to realize our dreaming, praying that the divine vaults of cosmic abundance flow forth through these heavenly gates to the earthly realms. All the magic of creation is available to you to dream your new life into reality. Spirit is providing the new earth sovereigns with ample resources to fulfill their dreams and destiny. Let us join hands as we walk together through this ancient portal. Today the portal is opened, and we are entering the realms of the ancient dream time, the interdimensional realm held safe through eternity by the custodians, our indigenous Australian elders. Australia is part of the original landmass of Gondwana, the land of Mu, Lemuria, our motherland, and so we are being called back home to Eden. The expression dream time is often used to refer to the time before time, or the time of the creation of all things, while dreaming is often used to refer an individual's or group's beliefs, sometimes creating their surroundings and sometimes changing into animals or people. The dream time reflected the events and characters of daily life in the Australian desert. The dream time for Australia's original people is the time in which Earth received its present form, and in which the patterns and cycles of life began. The dream time is a dimension where we hold the vision to create our current reality. Our original people have woven their entire culture and storytelling on the dream time. They speak of the great rainbow serpent, and through their creation stories relate the history of mankind. If you have ever journeyed into Aboriginal lore and experienced the dream time, it is quite surreal. It feels like you have been drugged as you enter into a trance state without the need for any hallucinogens. The rhythm of dance and music and the heartbeat of Mother Gaia is the key to accessing this realm. The Red Serpent tribe hold this power through the dance of the Kundalini. Thus they are key players along with the Blue Knights as the gatekeepers of the dream time. Great change is seeded by conscious dreamers who understand and know that they are co-creating the larger dream. Spend some time today daydreaming to energize your own personal dream and that of our united collective dream. We have arrived. Today is the first day in our 13-day journey through the wave spell of Akbal, the Blue Knight. Akbal carries the codes of using our intuition through the dream time to manifest abundance, both personally and collectively. We have a beautiful 6 heaven code bringing forth divine abundance, and a 7 code igniting the magic for manifesting great abundance, and the opportunity to reset our financial barometer. A new beginning for attracting infinite abundance from Source. Today we are setting the tone for the cycle that is setting forth our goals, purpose, and intention, of that which you wish to dream into your reality, both on a personal and collective planetary level. Let's do this, beloveds. We have the power now to collectively dream together and bring forth our beautiful new world into reality. Tone of creation magnetic is tone number 1 in the spiritual realm as we initiate a new wave spell cycle. Power attracts, action unifies, essence purpose. Day 1 of a new wave spell always starts with the magnetic tone of purpose. In the beginning was the One. From out of nothing here one comes, spinning happily, magnetizing all that it requires for more excellent adventuring. Once strong in purpose, all will effortlessly come together. The magnetic tone is all about attraction, attracting everything that you require to fulfill your purpose and your goals. People, resources, relationships, money, support, and all that you can imagine. Today we are seeking to attract our intuition in order to manifest abundance and turn our dreams into reality. The attraction seeks to unify all as one, as we collectively manifest our new 5D Earth together. Magnetic kin have a very strong connection to Source and a gravitational pull to return there and bring all their buddies with them. The power of one is very strong today as it unites us all as one humanity. This will also be the theme for this wave spell. Unification through the power of collective dreaming of abundance. Today's questions are, what do I need to magnetically attract in order to manifest my greatest dreams? How can we unite to collectively manifest our planetary dreaming? Divine blessings for dreaming forth a beautiful, new, abundant reality. Let's do this together. One world, one dream. In la ketch a la keen. Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger. Keen 66. Keen 183, Blue Magnetic Night. The mantra, the code for today is, I unify in order to dream, attracting intuition. I seal the input of abundance. With the magnetic tone of purpose, I am guided by the power of my own power doubled. And now we complete today's transmissions with a divine decree for alignment with higher self. In the name of the divine source, the infinite light, and the universal truth, I declare my alignment with my highest self. I decree that all energies within me, around me, and connected to me be purified, uplifted, and harmonized in the light of divine perfection. I call forth the presence of the ascended masters, archangels, and beings of the highest light to guide and support me on my journey. Through their love and wisdom, I release all fear, doubt, and limitation, and embrace the infinite potential of my soul. I decree that every thought, word, and action I create be infused with love, compassion, and purpose. I align with the flow of abundance, health, and joy, and manifest a life that reflects the highest truth of my being. Through the power of the violet flame, I transmute all that no longer serves me into light and freedom. I now stand as a radiant being of love, wisdom, and peace, anchored in my divine mission and connected to the oneness of all creation. So it is, and so it shall be. Amen. This decree can be spoken aloud or silently during meditation or spiritual practice to affirm your divine alignment and set a powerful intention for your path. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful, blessed day as we continue our journey through the ascension portal and into our new heaven upon the new earth. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.